Ni hao, so today we will be playing the J-7D. Now this video is not going to be mainly focused on the J-7D, but it's also going to be focused on grinding and some. So the J-7D is an 11.0 premium vehicle for China. It's a MiG-21, it's your bog standard MiG-21, nothing special about it. You get a crappy RWR and a crappy radar with your water pistol and some pretty good missiles. I think this thing's got a better engine than the MiG-21 MF, but apart from that, it's just your MiG-21. It's like nothing special to it. So grinding in Sim. Sim has a useful action system where every 600 to 800 mission score you get, after a 15-minute interval, you'll get paid out for that mission score. So this means that if I get 600 mission score and I then hit my cap, if I kill like 20 people within that 15 minutes, I'll only get that 600 mission score worth of rewards. So Sim is pretty good for grinding. I'm not going to say it's good for RP, but it's very good for boosters and wages. So because it's a 15-minute cap on rewards, it's pretty consistent compared to ARB. So in this video, well, in the match to come, I have 100% 50 Silver Lion booster on, so this intro was recorded after the fact. But we'll be looking at the boosters and then your kill wages, so you gotta destroy 10 units and destroy 5 units. So with some matches lasting about an hour, hour and a half, you can see killing 10 or killing 5 people is pretty easy. Now, once you activate these wages, you'll have a stake to them, so you can do whatever you want here. And you can see at max stake you get 100k if you kill 5 people in 3 matches, so it'll say stage over here. Now this is a pretty consistent way to make money if you're free to play. As you can see, I'm slightly broke and I'm sitting on 26 of these, so that's a lot of money if I grind it out. And our boosters, you can see here that every 30 minutes spent in a single battle will count as a mission, and here it's valid for 1 mission. So that means we can get 2 useful actions with this booster. So once you hit your 600 to 800 mission score, you can just fly around, and then after you get the pop-up for useful actions, you also get a bonus once you land without dying. So let's get into the match, and with my Silver Lions booster we'll see how much we get. I'm using the J-7D because it's my best premium vehicle. The other premium vehicles I have is props, but yeah. This won't be a super long video, but it'll just showcase how the useful action system works and how you can abuse boosters and wages. So we are playing something that is not Denmark. Sinai is one of my favorite maps, but unfortunately it encourages multipathing. So as you can see, we are winning this match. For some, I normally take 2 PL7s and 2 PL5s with a drop tank, and I'll be taking 80% tank. So for dogfights, what I do is I raise my head to get rid of the bearings on my HUD, like that, and then that just removes the Chinese dong and gives me, makes it much easier to aim this gun. As for visibility, pretty good. This is a bit annoying, but it's perfectly fine for most cases. And rear visibility is pretty bad, but yes, mid dogfight you can just raise your head and you can see a bit easier. The RWR, you can just ignore it. It does not have IFF filtering, so friendlies will also show up on this. And then for your radar, it does not have IFF as well, so you can just keep this turned off. You don't want to be advertising your position, because even if you can't see the enemy on your radar, you're still giving out emissions that maybe they can see on their digital RWR. So I'll get back to you guys once we encounter the enemy. So we have the A point right in front of us, and we're going to go there first because that's where we should see the most action. and it also gives you about 400 score once you cap it, which will basically fill up most of my useful actions. So I can cap A, and then I will go ahead and find some people, and hopefully we get some action on A. Looking at the enemy team, they have Israel as well as the Dutch. That should be Dutch, but that means it's a F5 AG, so that's got 9 Ls on an F5, and they should also have a Kafir Canard, or maybe a C7 as well. But yeah, I'll be back shortly. So whilst I'm on the capture point, one thing to mention is that although I have 3 friendlies on the capture point, I should always keep my eyes out, because you don't know if someone's just going to run into the capture point. Shoot as many missiles off as you can and then just run away. So never let your guard down, even though there's 3 enemies or 3 friendlies on the point with me.
Attention to the designated grid square!
So he saw that fast mover chasing a friendly. I tried to warn him. There's an F5C. Just want to find him. There he is. So I don't want to directly engage him. I'm going to hope he doesn't see me, which it doesn't appear to be the case. So yeah, we are just going to try PL5 him. You never want to get into a equal dogfight with a F5, because that is a easy loss unless they are missing a few brain cells. But hey, he is chasing something else. He's not aggressive to it, so that could be another friendly, or sorry, another enemy. It's his friendly. So yeah, we should be in range for PL5. Let's go ahead and launch it. We do have speed, and he is turning. He did flare, and there's something right here. That looks like an F5 as well. He also flared. They could be in cahoots or in Discord. We killed him, and now we've got an F5C on our 6, which I'm trying to locate. Let me just cool down my engine. These Chinese engines do overheat quite quickly. And he just threw a missile out on me. I'm going to call for backup since it is an F5. We don't have to outright take this fight. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get my speed up and just run away.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
An F5 starting on your 6 is a... well, it's just a losing battle. You don't want to fight that. And that's the Kafir Canard as well. So I am worried he will run me down. So whilst he is low on speed, let's just run away. Now I don't want to exceed 1350. I just want to keep flaring in case he shot a 9J at me. Then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I want to pitch my nose up slightly and just keep flying away.
Somebody, cover me! Attention to the designated grid square! Attention to the designated grid square! On me! Yes!
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Follow me!
Guide on me.
Attention to the map! Attention to the map!
So the enemy just pulled off right there, which is good for me. My engine's also not happy again. You can see he's getting shot at. I think a friendly came to help me. So we're going to go ahead and wrap back in. You can see them right there. I think the F5 is the bottom one. So the F5 is on his 6, I believe. Okay, let's go ahead and pull in. That is red traces, so I think this is the F5 right here. Let's go ahead and PL7 in and help my teammate that tried to save me. He was never going to win that fight, but hey, we managed to go ahead and 2v1 the guy that was on my 6. So thank you to Stefan for coming to help me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and return to base as I am low on fuel. Now, I don't like running away, but I am not going to be dealing with an F5 that is just right on my tail.
Need backup!
And Stefan needs help again. So maybe the Kafir Canard is onto his 6.
Move after me! Follow me! Move after me!
He just pinged himself directly in front of me.
Guide on me!
And I see an aircraft right there. I think the larger aircraft is Stefan. And there's a dot on his 6. So this dot is enemy. I can clearly see that's an Su-17 fuselage, and must be another F5.
Somebody, cover me! Roger that!
And he just launched a missile. Hopefully he sees that.
Attention to the map. Follow me.
This looks like the F5AG again.
Guide on me.
Hopefully we can save our teammates.
Designated grid square.
We'll go ahead and shoot right there. No, he did not lead properly.
Attention to the map.
Just keep creeping up on the enemy. Pull lead right here. We miss.
Cover me.
I know, hold on buddy, hold on for me. And there we go, we went ahead and saved our teammate. Now we really got to get out of here because we are on 4 minutes of fuel.
Well done.
And we have 3 aircraft kills and a capture point.
Designated grid square.
And I'm just letting my teammate know I have to leave. I think that other F5 that we killed earlier is also rushing to the scene. So as we are on 3 minutes 45 of fuel, let's just gain altitude and RTB. So we just got our useful actions right there. You see we got 107,000 SL. So my friendly's not hurt, and we are just going to go ahead and head back to base, and we are going to claim our extra bonus. So as we come into land, I just want to talk about the fight we just had. So I played that very smart, or I should say I played that to my strengths. Yeah, I'm not glazing myself a lot. Basically, we did not take the losing fight with the F5 on my 6. And then a friendly came to help. We cleaned up the enemy that was engaged on my friendly, and then the guy from earlier came back and also engaged him again, and we took both kills. Now the F5, the second or the third one, he was too focused on that Su-17. I believe he also had 2 external fuel tanks, which weighed him down a significant amount. If you do have an enemy on your 6, you should never ignore them. You might see me sometimes ignore them in my videos, but don't do that. It is pretty situational where you can ignore them. For that F5, that was not the case. What he should have done is dropped his tanks and engaged me, and then after he killed me, he should have gone ahead and killed the Su-17. He could have easily 2v1 that. He did have a bit of energy left. He should have just tried to get me to overshoot. Then once I overshot, I was not getting him off my 6. So as we landed, as you just saw, we got about 26,000 Silver Lions. So as I said in the intro, do not J out here to skip this, as it will end your useful actions. And yeah, let's go ahead, take off again, and go ahead and give them hell. Earlier I spoke about you don't know who, if there's maybe one enemy on A, if there's a lot of friendlies there. So we are going to go ahead and try do what I was talking about earlier. We are going to go kill one guy on the A point and then run away.
Move after me. Guide on me.
So
Attention to the map.
let's go ahead and try spot him first. If I do not have the surprise on him, we will never be able to kill him easily, because we'll just get swarmed immediately. Go ahead and cut my speed. and there is a dot in front of me on the A point. So I'm just going to quickly PL5 him. I'm just going to check if it is friendly. There's no one responding, so I'm going to assume it's enemy. And I'm going to go ahead and PL5 him because that's long range. There we go, and let's go ahead and leave the area. He does not seem to be flaring that. And we got the kill on the guy, so that's nice. There is a mountain range to my right, so I'm going to go ahead and leave towards that area, as there is a lot of ground cover. Be an F104, but I think that might be an F5. Something merged with me. Am I schizo? I swear something just flew past me. Okay, I might be losing it. And there is a ping in C3 from the friendly, so that might have been an F104. And right there is a dot. That looks like a delta wing. So that's probably a Kafir. In delta wing fights, the person who gains position first wins. So I'm just going to go ahead and one circle this. And we have position. He's going quite wide. I'm going to PL7 here. He's not going to flare. I'm going to flare in case there's an enemy on me. But we do have his 6. I want to go back into dampening. And we win this as long as we don't overshoot. I'm going to keep calling for help because there is an F5 around here. See, we are not on the A point, but they are still capturing the A point. I'm going to launch a PL5. He flares it. That's alright. Avoid overshooting. And he's flying pretty straight. Don't whiff that. Okay, got his wing. Now I've got to check my 6 for the F5, and I want to get my speed back up immediately so that I can easily run away if I get jumped by multiple people. And I'm just cutting my throttle back so I have enough fuel to return to base. We have our 5 kills, so we've done our wager. And now, once we capture this point, we should easily have enough for our useful actions. Something's burning there. I'm going to check the log. So the F5 is right there. Just tell my team. Get closer. He knows I'm here. I'm not going to launch that missile. He's quite slow. And there's multiple enemies right here. I'm just going to gain position on this F5. My friendly launched on me. You can see right there's an F5 on me and the F5 on the friendly. So that's a MiG-21 bus actually. Try to get the deflection shot on this F5. You miss, that's fine. And I got my useful actions. So because I got my bonus earlier, I'm not going to go ahead and go for my bonus again. Just so, because I think it's a bit boring to run away right here. I'm going to PL7 that guy, now I've got to defend myself. I'm going to go into manual quickly and watch out for that MiG-21 bus. So there he is. He did launch a missile at me, so that should be an enemy. And it should be a Swedish bus. I'm going to go ahead and do my head movement quickly. Full lead, fire, I miss. And I got position on this guy. I'm going to go back into manual, and just hold position on him. It is a bit bad to do this. He is doing scissors. So as long as I just stick behind him, everything should be alright. He's trying to force the overshoot, which I think he has just done, which is bad. So I'm going to go up. Hopefully he doesn't have enough speed. He's going to crash. So I think I'm just going to run away. Or maybe we can get him quickly. Going to go into dampening. And just hold. I'm gonna crash right here. Unlucky. So that was the J-7D. As you go ahead and look at the rewards, I just want to say the J-7D mainly relies on player kills. Maybe if you have something like the J-7A prototype, they'll be a bit more consistent because you can maybe bomb a base and then go kill enemy players. Killing players is the highest, does give the most score, which makes it a bit quicker. And your J87 might have a good radar. So this does rely on like spotting of enemies or context clues to find them. But some other vehicles will be a lot more consistent. If you do, or if you are doing this with a talisman vehicle, I do believe talisman vehicles only get a increase to their RP, not their SL gain, like their SL modifier at the bottom of this card. But yeah, just use the vehicles with the highest reward multipliers. Yeah, thanks for watching. Take care, guys.